death. Get back here, demon. We're going to finish what the fourth would have wanted us to, a civilian said to him. The young blonde boy continued to run until he came to a dead end. The boy looked in fear as he backed up into the wall. Please don't hurt me. What did I do to you? He asked them as some of the people scoffed. One man came up as he slammed the poor child into the wall. What did you do? You killed all of our loved ones and our beloved Yandame. You defile our village with your presence. But that ends today, he said as punched the child's face. The boy fell to the ground as more people crowded the area. The boy was given a merciless beating as people cut, burned, and maimed his body. The cries of the blonde were only ignored as people looked and did nothing. Even some shinobi, who were chosen to protect him, only watched as the scene unfolded. After the moment of torture, the blonde fell to the ground as people smiled and smirked at their handiwork. Now die like the demon that you are, one person said as everyone nodded. Soon the people left as the clouds started to darken. Soon the rain poured as the blonde was left in the alleyway. Soon one person shunshined next to him as they looked at his near lifeless body. It seems that they're getting rougher every day that they target him, the person said as they picked up the child and shunshined out of sight. Hokage Mansion. Sarutobi was currently in his office handling his paperwork as the night went by. Soon a shinobi appeared in front of the man as he soon stood up. Hokage-sama, the man said to him, alerting the man to his presence. Sarutobi looked up to see the man as he smiled. His smile soon faded to utter shock and sadness as he looked at the small boy the man had in his arms. Naruto-kun, he yelled as he laid him on the floor. His eyes barred unbelievable rage as his hat covered his eyes. Get the medical corps in here right now. And if they are even a second late, tell them that they will be spending the next 3 years in interrogation of Ibiki, Sarutobi said to the shinobi. Said shinobi nodded as he moved out of the Hokage's sight. Sarutobi stared at the child as he soon cried. I am so sorry, Naruto-kun. If it wasn't for that stupid council meeting, I would have been able to stop this, Sarutobi said to the unconscious boy. Naruto's mindscape. In a place that seemed similar to the sewers, a body was waking up as he stared at the large bars that were across from him. Naruto looked to see a piece of paper in the center that said seal. He slightly whimpered but soon heard somebody crying. Naruto looked around as he tried to find the source of the noise. Naruto soon got up as he heard the sound originating from inside the cage. Is someone there? Naruto asked. Silence reigned as he decided to sate his curiosity. Naruto passed the bars as he ventured further into the unknown. Naruto soon saw a red-haired woman that was on her knees, crying in her soft-looking hands as he neared her. Are you all right? Naruto asked her. Soon the woman looked behind her to see her tenant looking at her. Her eyes grew more watery as she clutched him. Naruto was taken aback by the action, but soon recovered as he listened to her soft words. I'm sorry, she said to him. Naruto clutched her into a hug as her tears continued to fall. I'm sorry. I am so sorry, she continued. Naruto felt sad for her as he continued to hug her. It's okay. What is the matter? Why are you crying? Naruto asked her. The woman seemed to calm down after a while as she rubbed the tears from her puffy red eyes. I'm the reason you are hated. I'm the reason those damn villagers did such horrible things to you. I am so sorry, she continued. Naruto looked at her as he seemed too kind to be angry at her. It's all right. Why did they attack me, though? Naruto asked her. The woman looked at him. I didn't want to do it, but I was manipulated. I am the KYUBI no Yoko. I attacked Konoha, but I didn't mean to. I am the queen of the demons who your father sealed inside me, she said to him. Naruto narrowed his eyes as he looked at her. What do you mean you were manipulated? He asked her. KYUBI sighed as she looked at him. I don't even really remember. I was just sleeping peacefully in my den. The next thing I know, I see a red-looking eye. Then I heard the screams of people in your village. Then I end up here, she said to him. Naruto looked at her and gave her another hug, surprising the queen of demons. It isn't your fault, KYUBI-chan. You didn't know what you were doing. I don't blame you for this. I can only blame this village and the bastard who did this to you, the young blonde said with a steely gaze. KYUBI looked at him and hid a barely visible blush as she looked at him. "And so you aren't mad at me?" she asked him. Naruto smiled as he sat next to her. "No way, KYUBI-chan. I can't hate you for things that are out of your control, and I won't. I heard many stories that you were a violent beast, but it seems that not everything is as it seems," Naruto told her. KYUBI nodded as her breathing seemed to slow down. KYUBI was emotionally exhausted as she leaned on his small shoulder. Naruto managed to force back a blush as he looked over her body. She was a beautiful woman with an hourglass figure. She wore a black kimono with red stripes running through it. Her hair was quite long as it went past her shoulders. Her breasts were a D-cup size. All in all, she was the type of woman all guys would drop dead for. "KYUBI-chan, do you think that you could help me?" Naruto asked her. KYUBI's ears perked up as she looked at him. "Are you kidding? You are forgiving me so easily, and you just met me. What can I help you with?" she asked him. Naruto smiled as he breathed. "I want you to help me be a great shinobi. I want to be able to protect you and me from any harm that anyone tries to give us," Naruto said to her with a solid resolve. KYUBI looked at him with a blank face, but soon laughed as her slitted eyes captured his view. "All right, Naruto-kun, you can have my help. I will turn you into a great shinobi, one that is even more powerful than the fourth, but you're going to have to work hard at it and no complaining," she said to him. Naruto turned to her shocked. Naruto soon smiled as he crashed into her chest. "Thank you, KYUBI-chan. I am happy to have such a great friend. I will work hard for you and me. I promise," Naruto said to her. KYUBI nodded as she rubbed his blonde hair. "All right, we will get started tomorrow, but you should wake up right now. We will stay in telepathic contact," she said to him. Naruto nodded as he closed his eyes. Naruto soon woke up as he looked to see himself on a hospital bed. Naruto looked to the side as he took in a man's stature. He was quite old, but he was a timeless friend. "Hello, Naruto-kun," he said to the blonde. Naruto smiled as he got up. "Hello, Gigi," Naruto said with a smile. Sarutobi smiled as he looked at Naruto. "I am sorry for what happened to you. If it wasn't for those damn council members giving me that stupid fake meeting, I would have known about it," Sarutobi said to him. Naruto's smile wavered as he sighed. "It isn't your fault, Gigi. You couldn't have known about this. I hold no hatred towards you," Naruto said to him. Sarutobi brightened up as he sat on the hospital bed. "Naruto, do you remember any of the people who did this to you?" Sarutobi asked him. Naruto shook his head as he was too busy screaming with his eyes closed. Sarutobi sighed as he got up. "I will stay here with you for tonight, so get some rest. Kami, only know what would happen to you if I left you alone," Sarutobi said to him. Naruto chuckled with a nod as he straightened the covers on his bed. "Gigi, can I have a favor?" Naruto asked him. Sarutobi turned to Naruto in confusion as to what he could want. "What is it, Naruto-kun?" he asked the body. Naruto smiled as he looked to his grandfather figure. "See, could I train to be a ninja? I want to protect myself from people and protect those precious to me," Naruto said to him. Sarutobi quirked up an eyebrow, but soon laughed. "All right, Naruto-kun, I don't see why not. If it will help, and I think it will. All right, you can train," he said to him. Naruto smiled with a nod. "When I leave tomorrow, can you come shopping with me?" Naruto asked him. Sarutobi looked at him as he nodded. "Sure, but why?" he asked him. Naruto chuckled sheepishly as he looked down at the covers. "People are unfair to me. They don't let me buy from them or overcharge me with ineffective things," Naruto said to him. Sarutobi narrowed his eyes as looked out the window. "Hatred is never easy to dissolve, is it?" Sarutobi thought as he turned to Naruto. "Sure, Naruto, we will head out tomorrow and give you the necessary things for your growth as a shinobi," Sarutobi said to him. Naruto smiled as he laid in his bed. "Thank you, Gigi. I can't wait to start," Naruto said as he slipped into sleep. Sarutobi chuckled as he went through Naruto blonde hair. "He is just like his mother and father. I wonder how much he will grow as a shinobi," Sarutobi thought as he pulled up a chair and went to sleep, but had his senses on high alert in case of any unwelcome visitors. Next morning, Naruto was released from the hospital as he and Sarutobi exited the building. Unknown to either, There was a scowl on the faces of the doctors and nurses of the building who couldn't carry out their plans for the demon brat. "So where do we go, Naruto-kun?" Sarutobi asked him. Naruto smiled as he went into a clothes store. Naruto soon looked at the store clerk, who instantly scowled. "I thought I said that you couldn't come in here, you demon. Now get out before I dash." "Before you what?" said a voice. The man turned to the left to see the cold gaze of the Hokage on him. "Hokai-sama, I didn't mean it. He is always allowed in here," the man said in a quick fashion. Sarutobi narrowed his eyes as he turned to the clerk. "Well then, Naruto will be purchasing some clothes from you, lovely establishment. That isn't a problem, is it?" Hiruzen asked the man with a glare that said, "And I better get the right answer." The man instantly shook his head that it wasn't a problem, as Sarutobi stood near the door. "Pick whatever you want, Naruto-kun," Sarutobi said to him. Naruto gleefully went through the store as he looked at the different clothes. Naruto smiled as he grabbed a black shirt with a swirl design on the back. He soon looked at a red shirt of the same design with a black swirl on it. Naruto grabbed another 2 pair of the shirts as he walked over to the pants. Naruto smiled as he got some standard black umbu pants. Naruto also looked to see some blue jeans as he grabbed those also. Seeing the blonde run around the store with a smile made Sarutobi's heart lighten as he softly looked at the boy's happiness. Naruto soon spotted an orange jumpsuit, but shook his head in a big no. He was going to be a shinobi, and as such he would have to be stealthy and not wear something that could make him a practice target. Naruto soon looked at the shoes as he grabbed the standard blue shoes. Naruto brought everything to the counter as he smiled. "I have everything, Gigi," Naruto said to him. Sarutobi nodded as he turned to the cashier. "Ring it up," Sarutobi said to him. The man nodded as he priced the items fairly for once. The total for everything is 5,927 yen, the man said to him. Naruto nodded as he paid the amount and took the stuff. Sarutobi helped him carry the things home as they unloaded. Naruto smiled as he soon went out. Sarutobi chuckled as he felt the exercise kick in. Naruto soon stopped in front of a shinobi store as he walked in with Sarutobi. Like the last store, the person could do nothing to the boy as they stood in the Hokage's presence. Naruto skipped through the store as he looked at the various weapons. "So, what do you think I should get, KYUBI-chan?" Naruto asked his tenant. KYUBI chuckled behind the cage as she saw around the store. "Let's see. You should get about 500 kunai along with 350 shuriken. Maybe some seal tags and a sword. You should just get smoke bombs. Never gonna know when those come in handy. Also, just for a simple purpose, you should get some storage seals. I'm gonna teach you the few ninjutsu that I know also," KYUBI said with a smile. Naruto nodded as he looked at the kunai and grabbed the selected amount. Naruto then ran to the shuriken and grabbed the amount KYUBI told him. Naruto was happy to finally have a friend as nice as KYUBI. Naruto didn't feel lonely anymore as he came up to the seal tags. Naruto took 35 seals tags and 45 smoke bombs. "Now for a sword," Naruto said as he looked around. None of the sword particularly called him, but he soon looked at one in black leather sheath. Naruto looked in awe as he unsheathed the blade to look at the shiny steel that it was forged in. Naruto sheathed the blade as he grabbed it also. Naruto then went to pick up some storage seals as he walked to the counter. "I have everything, Gigi," Naruto said to him. Sarutobi nodded as the cashier reluctantly rang up the price. "The total cost is 77,990 yen, sir," the man said with a slight piece of disdain in his voice. Luckily for him, the Hokage missed it as he was too focused on Naruto's happiness. Naruto quickly paid for the stuff as Sarutobi quirked up an eyebrow. "Naruto-kun, how do you have so much money?" Sarutobi asked him. Naruto sighed as he looked at his Gigi. "I've had to go hungry a few times to save money for myself. It isn't all bad. I can now get the things that I want," Naruto said to him. Sarutobi narrowed his eyes as he walked up to Naruto. "Naruto-kun, lift up your shirt," Sarutobi said to him. Naruto nodded as he lifted his shirt for the Hokage to see. Sarutobi seethed as he saw the unfit and unhealthy body that Naruto had. Sarutobi could almost see his bones as he was seriously lacking in malnutrition. Sarutobi got up as he grabbed Naruto's arm. "Where are we going, Gigi?" Naruto asked him. Sarutobi sighed as he pulled Naruto in his direction. We're going to buy you some healthy food, so we can put some food in your stomach. I won't stand for this, Sarutobi said as he entered a food market. People suddenly bowed as they saw their Hokage. People soon gasped as Naruto showed up behind him. Some people scowled, but stopped as Hiruzen's Ki went through the entire building. I think you can find some healthy food in here, Naruto-kun, with no objections for people in the area, right? Sarutobi said to him with a smile. Naruto nodded as he went through the store. Sarutobi walked with him as Naruto got some vegetables for his food. Naruto also got the occasional cup ramen, but he stocked up on meat, fish, greens, and a few drinks for himself. Naruto smiled as he took them to the register and had everything paid for. As they walked home, Naruto smiled at Sarutobi. Thank you for spending most of the day with me, Gigi, Naruto said to him. Sarutobi nodded with a smile, but soon looked up. Naruto-kun, look out, Sarutobi said too late as Naruto bumped into a woman as they fell to the ground. Naruto rubbed his head as he opened his eyes. Sorry, miss. I didn't mean to bump into you, Naruto said in all sincerity. The woman soon looked at him and smiled. Think nothing of it, kid, the woman said to him. Naruto looked up and analyzed the woman. She had red marks on the side of her face. Her hair is a lot more spiky looking than his, but it suited her. She was wearing a navy blue shirt with some blue jeans. She was in her late 20s, but had a very nice figure going for her. The woman got up and soon helped Naruto to his feet. Hello, I am some Inuzuka. And who are you? She asked him. Naruto blushed at her kind smile and looked up. I am Naruto Uzumaki. It is a pleasure to meet you, Miss Tsum, Naruto said to her. Tsum quirked up an eyebrow, but smiled. Just call me Tsum, kid. I seem to like your attitude, Tsum said to him as she looked at him. Naruto nodded as he picked up his things. Nice to meet you, Tsum. I hope to see you again, Naruto said as he walked off. Tsum chuckled as Sarutobi walked up to her. So that's Naruto Uzumaki, huh? Tsum said to him. Sarutobi nodded. So what do you think? He asked her. Tsum adopted a thinking pose. He's cute. He has a good head on his shoulders, and if it wasn't for these damn civilians, he would be more educated and more self-sustainable, Tsum said to him. Sarutobi nodded. He said that he is going to be a strong shinobi who protects those important to him and knows how to protect himself, Sarutobi said to her. Tsum chuckled again as she put a hand on her hip. I look forward to seeing how much he grows, Tsum said to him. Sarutobi nodded as he walked off. Tsum walked in the opposite direction as she grew a smile on her face. Soon Sarutobi caught up to Naruto as the blonde turned to him. Who is that woman, Gigi? Naruto asked her. Sarutobi smiled as he looked back. That is Tsum Inuzuka, the head of the Inuzuka clan. They are quite a powerful clan of people. They use his dogs as their companions in battle, Sarutobi said to him. Naruto smiled as he turned around. She's cute, Naruto said more to himself than to Sarutobi, but the old man still heard him. Sarutobi gasped, but then smiled. I wonder what you're thinking, Sarutobi thought as he walked off with Naruto. Soon Naruto heard the voices of his new friend. So Naruto-kun likes the older women. I gotta say that is quite the shock, though not completely unexpected, KYUBI said to him. Naruto blushed as he smiled. She's just cute, KYUBI-chan. I couldn't see her that way, and you know it, Naruto said in his thoughts. KYUBI laughed as she soon calmed down. I don't know, kid. I saw you blush, and it was a rather intense blush at that, KYUBI said to him. Naruto stuttered, but soon stopped as he made it to his apartment. Thank you for the walk home, Gigi, Naruto said to him. Sarutobi merely nodded as he put his hand in his sleeve. Take this, Naruto-kun, Sarutobi said as he gave him a seal. Naruto stared at the seal and then at his Gigi. That is a security seal. Put it somewhere in the complex, and you will be safe from break-ins and other unpleasant things, Sarutobi said to him. Naruto nodded in thanks as he walked into his apartment. Thank you, Gigi, and I will become the best shinobi in Konoha. I will become the Hokage Gigi, Naruto said with a pumped fist. Sarutobi smiled as he ruffled Naruto's hair. I look forward to the result, Sarutobi said as he walked off. Naruto smiled as he closed the door to his room. Naruto soon fell to the floor exhausted, but with a smile on his face as he slowly went to sleep, thankful for the good day he had. Next morning, Naruto woke up in his bed as he took in the rays of sunshine that penetrated his apartment. Naruto smiled as he remembered yesterday, as he got to spend a majority of the day with his Gigi. He also got a new friend from all rough life he had. He finally had someone close to him. Naruto chuckled as he remembered meeting KYUBI. He heard all the terrible things people said about her through him, but she seemed more like a saint than most of the people in Konoha. Naruto broke his daze as he remembered her promise. "KYUBI-chan, are you awake?" Naruto asked in his thoughts. KYUBI soon stirred in her cage as her eyes slowly took in the sight of Naruto's apartment, which was quite tidy. "Good morning, Naruto-kun. Are you ready for your trainings?" KYUBI asked him with a soothing smile. Naruto nodded, though she couldn't see it, but she felt that he did. "Yes, KYUBI-chan, so what do we start with?" Naruto asked her. KYUBI smirked as she adopted a thinking pose. "All right, first you need to understand what chakra is," she instructed. Naruto raised an eyebrow in confusion. "Chakra?" he asked in confusion. KYUBI chuckled as she knew he wouldn't understand right away. "That's right, kid. Chakra is the life energy of all living things. It follows through you and is virtually a part of your being. For a shinobi, chakra is their best friend. It allows them to perform techniques, or jutsus as people call them. Chakra can be trained into many different things, but first we must raise you chakra reserves. Do you get all of this?" KYUBI asked him. Naruto smiled with a nod as he seemed to keep up with what she was saying. "So chakra is basically the energy within my body that allows me to perform certain shinobi tasks?" Naruto asked her with a little bit of simplicity. KYUBI chuckled at the simple explanation, but nodded. "That is right, kid. A very simple description of it, if I might add," KYUBI responded. Naruto nodded, then went back to the current issue. "So if I understand like I think I do, then my chakra reserves are most likely how much chakra my body has amounted at the moment," Naruto said, nearly shocking KYUBI. "Yeah, kid, that's exactly right. How did you know that?" KYUBI asked, very curious to know. Naruto sheepishly chuckled as he rubbed the back of his head. "I snuck into the library at one point just to satisfy my boredom. I took a random book and read it. It turned out to be about this chakra thing that you were telling me about," Naruto said, answering her question. KYUBI accepted the answer as she scowled at the thought of Naruto having to get past a civilian just to read. Deciding to drop the memory for right now, KYUBI turned back to her student. "All right, kid, since you know that already, I'm going to skip that part. Now, by doing physical, natural, and spiritual training, you will be able to increase your chakra reserves. Most people only focus of the physical and spiritual because the natural is quite hard to do, but you will be one of the few people in the world who can do it. Now, chakra is able to be put into 5 types of jutsu. There is taijutsu, which deals with physical attacks such as punches or kicks. Then there is ninjutsu. This deals with the combining of your physical and spiritual energies to create amazing techniques using the 5 elements of wind, fire, earth, water, and lightning. Next is jinjutsu. This is about using your chakra to mentally disrupt the opponent's chakra flow and are able to influence their way of thinking. Next is kenjutsu, which is where your sword comes into play. Kenjutsu deals with sword techniques using chakra to amplify its sharpness, speed, strength, and density. And last is dojutsu, or natural bloodline limits, which are essentially the type of jutsu that one receives through genetic inheritance. You will be getting your own, but not till a bit later. Do you understand everything?" KYUBI asked as she took a breath of air. Naruto smiled with a nod as he had a piece of paper out along with a pencil. KYUBI chuckled as she knew he was listening to every word she said. "I understand, KYUBI-chan, though I only now that the uchiha have a dojutsu in this village. Am I going to have one similar to that?" Naruto asked her. KYUBI smiled with a nod. "That's right, kid. I can give you a dojutsu. I just need to look at your genetic map and make some corrections to it. Just tell me what you want, and I will add it," KYUBI told him. Naruto jumped up and down in his room at the thought of having a dojutsu. KYUBI chuckled at his happiness, but soon brought him out of his celebration. "Now, kid, first we're going to train you physically. Now put on some clothes, and let's get to work," KYUBI said to him. Naruto jumped from his bed and ran to the bathroom to wash up. Naruto brushed his teeth and combed his hair. He took a quick shower and put on his new clothes. He wore his black shirt with the red swirl on the back of it. He also wore his black umbu pants and grabbed his sword and put on his shoes. Naruto ran out the door as he ignored the obvious glares of hate at him. Some people were puzzled about his happiness and new getup, but brushed it off as demonic insanity or something like that. Training grounds. Naruto, having left the crowd of people, soon made it to one of the training grounds as he looked to see that it was very vacant. Naruto smiled as he awaited KYUBI's instructions. "All right, Kit, welcome to your training. I will turn you into a shinobi that surpasses the fourth in greatness." Soon KYUBI stopped as she went back to her previous conversation. "Hey, Kit," KYUBI said, gaining his attention. "Yes, KYUBI-chan?" Naruto said to her. "I remember that I told you that your father sealed me inside you. I also mentioned the fourth. By any chance did you know that the fourth was your father?" KYUBI asked him with a bit of concern in her voice for fear of saddening him. She, however, got the opposite reaction when he responded. "I put 2 and 2 together and found it. I mean, take away the whisker marks, and you got a mini yondaime. It wasn't hard to figure out, but I would have wanted my GG to tell me, though I won't be mad at him if he didn't." "I am sure that he had his reasons," Naruto told her. KYUBI gasped at his big heart and his intelligence in the situation. "Wow, nice head on your shoulders, Kit," KYUBI told him. Naruto blushed at her praise, but both soon got back to business. "All right, Kit, we will now begin your training. Your body needs training in order to survive, so we will start with some push-ups and sit-ups. After that, you will do some laps around the training fields to increase your leg strength. After that, I want you to go to the library and get a book on taijutsu and kenjutsu. Also get a book on the introduction to ninjutsu. Because of your large chakra capacity, I don't think that you can do genjutsu, but learning to dispel them is a skill that you should know. Now that is the training for the day, then you can go to school," KYUBI told him. Naruto nodded as he realized that he had no time to waste here. Naruto instantly got on the ground as he did his push-ups. Naruto then worked on his sit-ups. After that, Naruto did his laps around the lack of the training field, which was quite big. Having finished his laps, Naruto picked up his stuff and ran back to town, still ignoring the glares from the people. Naruto soon arrived at the library as he snuck to the side of the wall. Naruto spotted his special place that he managed to carve out in the building. Naruto couldn't get in by the entrance, so he made another entrance. Naruto soon came into the library as he moved through the library with a nice level of stealth. Naruto quickly scanned the bookshelves for kenjutsu, taijutsu, and ninjutsu. Naruto soon got the book and made his clean escape. "All right, KYUBI-chan, what now?" Naruto asked her. KYUBI smirked as she decided to teach him his first jutsu. "All right, Kit, to help you do this faster, I'm going to teach you your first jutsu. Because of your large chakra capacity, this is the perfect jutsu for you. This is called the Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. It is an upgrade from the Bunshin technique. Do the required hand signs that I will send to you, and it will be easy," she told him. Naruto nodded as his mind saw the required hand sign for his first jutsu. Naruto did the hand sign as he tried it out. "Kage Bunshin no Jutsu." Naruto yelled as smoke appeared around them. Soon 30 clones appeared as Naruto, and KYUBI nearly gasped. "Nice job, Kit." Now the benefit of the Kage Bunshin no Jutsu is that it is able to help the user learn things faster. Whatever the clone learns then dispels, the user will learn also. It is a good infiltration jutsu also. Now they only do physical things, so the work they do won't come back to you. But the memories will, KYUBI explained. Naruto nodded as he turned to the group. "All right, divide yourselves into 3 groups. Group 1 will read the introduction to ninjutsu book and practice it. Group 2 will read the kenjutsu book. And Group 3 will read the taijutsu book and practice," Naruto ordered. All the clones nodded as they went to their respective positions. Naruto soon turned to spend the next few minutes of his time in meditation, trying to feel around for the natural energy that KYUBI told him about. "I don't get it, KYUBI-chan. I can't feel anything," Naruto told her. KYUBI chuckled with a nod. "Yeah, Kit, you have to be perfectly still, but as a kid that is impossible, so we will wait till you're a bit older for this type of thing. After school, you will learn chakra control, so head to school while I take a nap," KYUBI told him. Naruto mumbled lucky as he got a small chuckle out of KYUBI. "You know what, Kit," she said to him. Naruto soon dispelled his clones as the memories rushed into him. Naruto smiled as he was able to learn the many different things that his clones experienced. Naruto stood in silence for a minute as he went through the memories. "All right, now to go to the academy," Naruto said as he ran to the town again. Naruto continued to run as he remembered his training so far. It was only his first day, yet he felt like he learned so much. As he ran, Naruto soon looked to his left as he spotted a familiar face in the park. Naruto smiled as he ran up to the person and smiled. "Hello, Tsum-chan," Naruto said to her. Said woman turned around to see who had the gall to call her that. Tsum soon smiled as she saw Naruto looked at her with his deep blue eyes. "Oh, hello, Naruto. How are you doing?" Tsum asked him. Naruto nodded. "I am doing well, Tsum-chan. I have started training, and I am going to get strong for my precious people and for myself," Naruto said to her. Tsum chuckled at Naruto's tenacity and did something that shocked even her. Tsum knelt down and kissed Naruto on the forehead, causing said blonde to blush. "I look forward to seeing how far you come, Naruto. Kami knows that if only my son had your tenacity with training," Tsum said to him. Naruto looked at her in confusion. "Who is your son? Do I know him?" Naruto asked her. Tsum chuckled again as she looked at him. "Yes, you do. He's going to the academy also. His name is Kiba Inuzuka. He is a bit stubborn, but he is loyal to his friends," Tsum told him. Naruto nodded with a smile. "Tsum-chan, watch me become the strongest shinobi in Konoha. Then I will dash." Naruto stopped as he looked at Tsum. Naruto suddenly blushed as he looked down, causing Tsum to raise an eyebrow at him. "You will what?" she asked him with the word curious written across her face. Naruto's blush deepened as he tried to get his emotions under control. "And never mind. Anyway, I have to go now," Naruto said as he ran off, leaving Tsum in the dark. Tsum chuckled as she did notice his blush that he tried to hide from her. "If he grows up strong, even I might fall for him," Tsum thought as she continued her stroll through the park, thinking over her words. Academy. Naruto soon made it the academy with time to spare as he entered his registered class. Naruto looked to see the kids talking to each other as most of the boys talked to the other boys. Naruto also saw the girls fawn over a duck-haired looking boy who brooded in the corner. Naruto sighed as he picked a seat and chose to stay away from the roaring females, especially a certain pink-haired banshee who probably never heard of the word quiet or silence. Naruto simply sat in his chair as he felt some people's stares on him. Naruto looked to see some of the girls drooling over his appearance and some of the guys talking about how cool his sword looked along with his clothes. Naruto would have smirked at the attention if not for a prissy black-haired boy standing in front of his face. "Hey dope, give me that sword. Its usefulness is wasted on a pathetic person like you," the boy said to him. Naruto sighed as he really didn't want to deal with this right now. "Look here, Sasuke, emo wonder of Konoha. I paid for this sword and it is mine. Don't demand things from me, so sit down, shut up and wait for class to start," Naruto told him. Sasuke seethed as he looked at Naruto. Soon Naruto covered his ears as he heard the screeches of what he could only guess was a new species of monkey. "Naruto Baka, give Sasuke-kun that sword. You aren't fit to wield such a thing of beauty and strength," Sakura said to him. Naruto, judging that she was finished, uncovered his ears. First, Haruno, learn the meaning to the words, shut up, and second, don't act like you can tell me what to do any more than emo wonder over there can sew me, and my eardrums would really appreciate it if you just continue to stare at your delusions of grandeur, Naruto said to her. Sakura seethed also as she huffed and continued to fawn over a brooding uchiha. Naruto smiled as he heard KYUBI crying in her cage. "I am so proud of you, kid. I've seen how that ass acts, and I am so happy that my kid gave him a piece of his mind," KYUBI said as she fake cried. Naruto chuckled as the class began to settle down. Soon Irika and Mizuki came through the door. Naruto didn't miss the glare he got from Mizuki as he narrowed his eyes. "All right, everyone, we will be learning about the history of the Kage of Konoha today. After that, we will have Kunai and Shuriken practice. Then we will do Taijutsu training to end the day," Irika said to them. Everyone nodded as the lecture on the history of the Hokage was explained. Naruto paid attention to the information, but did find it difficult to stay awake from the boredom. Naruto could even hear KYUBI groan from the slow class period. Soon the bell rang as everyone exited the classroom. All the children stood outside in the field as they all looked at the practice dummies that had been placed out for them. Naruto soon came to view as he walked up to a boy with a dog on his head. "Hey, are you Kiba and Izuka?" Naruto asked, being kind to him. Kiba turned around to see the blonde talking to him and smiled. "Yeah, that's right, I am Kiba. Nice to meet you, Naruto, right?" he asked. Naruto nodded as he looked up. "And who is he?" Naruto asked him. Kiba chuckled as he took his dog off his head. "This is Akamaru, he is my dog." "Say, hi Akamaru," Kiba said to him. Akamaru barked as he licked Naruto's cheek. "Nice to meet you, Akamaru," Naruto said as he patted the dog's head. Kiba and Naruto chuckled as they resumed the class. Iruka called Kiba to throw his shuriken and kunai at the dummy. Kiba smirked as he threw the shuriken and kunai with precision into the points on the dummy as Iruka clapped at his progress. "Nice work, Kiba." "Next, Naruto Uzumaki," Iruka called. Naruto stood up as he looked at the dummy. Naruto hadn't practiced with his kunai as he had only gotten them yesterday, so he chose the next best thing. "Wing it." "All right, here it goes," Naruto said as he threw the shuriken and kunai at the dummy. Much to his surprise, the shuriken and kunai landed within the circles of the dummy, with them only being slightly off. Naruto smirked as he was afraid he would miss, but he didn't. Iruka clapped, as did a few of the other kids. Naruto smiled as he returned to his place among the students. Kiba congratulated Naruto as he smiled. Naruto acknowledged his thanks and sent them back with gratitude. Taijutsu practice was relatively painful as he got handled by Mizuki much harder than the other students. At the end of the day, Naruto was happy to finally be finished with the academy, so he could get back to training. Naruto was about to run off before Kiba stopped him. "Hey Naruto, do you want to have dinner over my house tonight at 9? Kiba asked him. He had already considered Naruto his new friend from the academy. Naruto, smiling, nodded. "Thank you, Kiba. If your family doesn't mind having me, then I would really like that," Naruto said to him. Kiba nodded as he ran off to his house to tell his mother and sister about their company. Naruto smiled as he made his way to the training fields again. By this time, KYUBI had woken up to see many Naruto clones reading and practicing the taijutsu stances in the books, along with performing the ninjutsu hand signs and kenjutsu practice. KYUBI chuckled as she heard Naruto run across the lake doing his laps. "I miss anything important?" she asked him. Naruto smiled as he recognized his first friend. "I got another friend, KYUBI-chan. He said that his name was Kiba Inuzuka," Naruto said to her. KYUBI smiled, though Naruto couldn't see it. "Good for you, kid. Now I want you to continue this exercise for the next 3 months, then we will work on something else. By that time, you will be up to snuff with your physical training," KYUBI told him. Naruto nodded as he followed her instructions. "Oh, and Kiba invited me to dinner tonight," Naruto told her. KYUBI raised an eyebrow before smiling. "That's nice. You get a new friend, and now you get to see the woman who makes you blush like crazy," KYUBI told him. Naruto sputtered out nonsense as a blush came across his face. "That is completely false, KYUBI-chan," Naruto said, defending whatever honor he had left. "I don't know, kid. With how you acted when you saw her today, I can only wonder," KYUBI said to him. Naruto's blush deepened again as he surrendered. The truth was, the woman did spark a sort of interest in Naruto, but he wasn't sure if it was any romantic interest since he was still too young. "Well, anyway, let's get this training over with," Naruto stuttered. KYUBI laughed in its cage as she wiped a tear from her eyes. "Yeah, then we can go see you go gaga over the Inuzuka head," KYUBI told him. Naruto blushed again. "KYUBI-chan." Naruto screamed as she laughed in her cage. Later that same day, Naruto finished all of his exercises as he looked up to see the dark sky across the training field. Naruto chuckled as he dismissed his clones, as the memories of all their experiences rushed into him. Naruto had worked all that evening and could only smile at his progress or what he had done for a while. Naruto took in the memories of all the taijutsu stances and the clones' actions in his head, as he also remembered the necessary hand signs for channeling chakra and for performing some low-level ninjutsu. Naruto also smirked when he went over his kenjutsu book. He now knew the low-level techniques for sword and the practices for each technique. Am I getting stronger, KYUBI-chan? Naruto asked the hot demoness. KYUBI chuckled as she sat in the cage. You're doing very well, kid. I must say, even though you just started, you're making some great progress. It is almost obvious that you are the strongest academy student, KYUBI told him. Naruto blushed from the praise as he decided to pack up for the day. Naruto soon remembered a certain friend who had invited him to dinner for the night. Naruto smiled as he ran home to wash up and change his clothes to meet his new friend. Not even the glares of the ignorant civilian population could get him down. In Izuka compound, Kiba sat at the table with his mother and sister as he went over the day with them. He told them about his day at school and his new friend, Naruto Uzumaki. Some chuckled as Naruto's name seemed to be coming up a lot around her lately. And he totally put that emo uchiha and his banshee, Sakura, in their place. You should have seen him. He had an Inuzuka's ferocity. I'm telling you, I got chills just from him talking, Kiba said to them. Sum and her other child, Hana, laughed as they imagined the all-powerful Uchiha being put in his place by the dead last. If he can talk down to that Uchiha, then he is okay in my book, Hana said with a smile. Sum chuckled at her kids' antics, but soon got ready to make dinner. Soon it dawned on Kiba of his invitation. Ka-san, can Naruto come over for dinner tonight? Kiba asked her. Sum looked at Kiba with a raised eyebrow as she took in his words. Kiba had the never-ending smile on his face as he looked at his mother. Sum turned to Hana, who seemed to be begging also to meet this friend of Kiba's. Sum chuckled as she was going to meet Naruto for a second time today. I wonder if Kami is trying to play with me, Sum thought as she went over her children's request. All right, when is he coming? Sum asked him. Kiba jumped with some joy as he soon came back. At 9 p.m. tonight, Kiba said to her. Sum nodded as she decided to take out an extra plate for their guest. This night might be interesting, Sum thought as a smile graced her face. Kiba and Hana smiled as they looked forward to seeing the blonde boy. With Naruto, 8 p.m., Naruto soon made it home as he closed the door. Naruto smirked as he looked at the time. He had some time to spare as he took off his training clothes. Naruto soon put all his training equipment away as he smiled all the way to the bathroom. While someone is in a happy mood over a visit to someone's house, KYUBI stated. Naruto nodded, not catching the intent of the statement. Soon Naruto stepped into the bathtub as he soaked in the soothing warmth of the water. KYUBI-chan, can we talk face to face? Naruto asked her. KYUBI looked in confusion at his strange request. Sure, Kit, you don't really need to ask. I don't mind you coming to visit. I quite enjoy your company, KYUBI said to him. Naruto blushed but nodded. He soon closed his eyes as he concentrated on his mindscape. Naruto smiled as he came to the sewer-like mindscape he had. Naruto's mindscape. Note to self, fix this damn place later. KYUBI-chan shouldn't be in something like this, Naruto thought as he walked past the bars. Naruto soon came up to KYUBI as he took in her illustrious form and blushed. KYUBI smiled as she relished in the thought that she could make him blush so easily with her body. What did you want to talk to me about, Kit? KYUBI asked him. Naruto nodded as he sat down. KYUBI followed suit as she knelt in a demure fashion. If you could assess my skills right now, how good are they? Naruto asked her. KYUBI raised one of her eyebrows as she adopted a thinking pose. Even though you have just started your training, I would say that you have high Kage level chakra right now. You have around high Jinin chakra control of it from the exercises I had you do this morning and evening. You have Jinin level taijutsu and kinjutsu from your experiences with your clones and everything. It seems that it is hard to find any jinjutsu books without going too far into the shinobi section of the library. I figured that the basics of things would be grouped together, but that isn't the case. Well, in any case, I'm sure we will get to your jinjutsu training over time. You can rely on me in helping you dispel any jinjutsu for the time being. You don't really know any ninjutsu other than the ones the academy teaches you, and the Kage Bunshin no Jutsu that I showed you. We will have to find out your nature affinity for right now. Would you like to do that right now? KYUBI asked him. Naruto nodded, but soon looked slightly confused. What is a nature affinity? Naruto asked her. KYUBI showed a mixture of happiness and anger as she looked at him. She was chuckling from his innocence in the question, but mad that no one in the academy even taught that type of thing yet. All right, listen, Kit. Your nature affinity is what determines the type on element you have. There are wind, fire, earth, water, and lighting affinities. The people in Konoha lean more to Katon affinities. Those in Suna lean towards Futon affinities. Iwa leans to Doton affinities. Kiri goes to Suiton affinities, and Kumo goes for Raiton affinities. Just place your hand on top of mine. I will soon tell you what your affinity is, KYUBI said to him. Naruto nodded as he put his left hand on top of hers. KYUBI soon closed her eyes as she concentrated. KYUBI then opened her eyes and smiled. Lucky you, Kit. You have 3 affinities. You are quite special. You have a Futon affinity, a Raiton affinity, and a Katon affinity, though that one might be from me. You are quite lucky, as I am quite skilled at those 3. I can send you the information for some training in them all, and it won't take you too long to start training in their ninjutsu and manipulation, KYUBI told him. Naruto smirked from the information and hugged KYUBI in a thank you, being completely ignorant of her blush that came across her face. Thank you, KYUBI-chan. I am grateful to you for this, Naruto said to her. KYUBI chuckled at his appreciation and nodded. Anytime, Naruto-kun, KYUBI said, shocking Naruto at the use of his name. Why you use my name? Naruto asked her, still shocked. KYUBI blushed as she tried to avoid his gaze. Yeah, I suppose I did. I will call you that now. I can't call you Kit forever, KYUBI said to him. Naruto smiled as he hugged KYUBI a little tighter. Q-chan, can we work on my dojutsu right now? Naruto asked her. KYUBI smiled as she knew that he wasn't going to be silent about that for very long. Sure, I can work on it, but changing one's genetic map isn't easy, Naruto-kun, so it might be a few years before you can use it, KYUBI said to him. Naruto nodded that he was more than happy to wait. It doesn't bother me, Q-chan. As long as I can have one that was made by you, I am happy, Naruto told her. KYUBI blushed again at his sweet words as she smiled. Flatterer, KYUBI thought with a smile. Soon KYUBI snapped out of her blush as she returned to Naruto. So what kind of jutsu would you like? She asked him. Naruto thought for a minute as he smiled. I want a dojutsu that can copy any kind of jutsu, Naruto said, hoping that was enough. KYUBI looked at him like he had no creativity. All you want is a sharingan? She asked him, hoping that he said no. Naruto chuckled as he looked at her. No way, Q-chan. It will be like the sharingan in a sense, but totally superior to it, Naruto said to her. KYUBI looked at him as she wondered what was going on in that head of his. I want a dojutsu that will enable me to even copy the blood limits of others. The sharingan can't do that from what they told us in the academy. When I look at people with my dojutsu, I want to be able to adapt to their stances and also have their eyes. My eyes will look at theirs and change my body or my eyes to one that suits the dojutsu that the other person has, Naruto explained. KYUBI seemed to catch on as she hoped he was actually giving her a challenge. So you want a dojutsu that allows you to not only copy the blood limits and dojutsu of others, but you also want to be able to mimic their movements as you see them? KYUBI asked in a final summary. Naruto nodded with a smile as he looked at KYUBI. Yeah, but I still wish to be able to copy ninjutsu and jinjutsu like the sharingan. However, unlike Sasuke team, except if it's an enemy, I will ask permission from the person I copy, or not if they piss me off, Naruto said to her with a smile. KYUBI chuckled as she heard his declarations. KYUBI soon cracked her hands as she stood up. Alright, a challenge. I can do that for you. Though due to the complexity of it, you might have to wait a few years for it. However, I can tell you that when it's done, you will be quite happy with it. What do you want to name it? She asked him. Naruto smiled as he took a thinking pose. Since it can copy anything, can I call it the Shinseinigan, Divine Eye of Light? Naruto asked her. KYUBI smirked at the name and had to admit that it sounded good coming from him. Nice name, Naruto-kun. I will get started right now while you go to dinner, KYUBI said to him. Naruto nodded as he soon stood up. See you later, Q-chan, Naruto said to her. KYUBI waved goodbye as she saw Naruto leave. KYUBI soon smiled as she breathed deeply. Alright, time to get to work, KYUBI said as she walked off deeper into the seal until she vanished. Bathroom. Naruto was soon brought out of his mindscape as he wondered how long he had been in the tub. Deciding to scrub himself down a bit more, Naruto washed his hair and the rest of his body as he soon got out of the tub. Naruto soon fixed his hair back into its spiky style and looked at the time. He still had about 25 minutes left until he had to go to dinner at the Inuzuka compound. Naruto chuckled as he rubbed the towel through his body and dried himself off. Naruto soon went to his closet as he pulled out some blue jeans along with a navy blue shirt. Naruto smirked as he put on his shoes. "All right, everything is good. I suppose I can arrive early," Naruto said to himself as he walked out the door. Naruto decided to be safe as he jumped across the rooftops to avoid the crowds of people, and good thing too. He managed to see some people with torches and sharp objects as they headed for his apartment. Naruto wasn't worried as the seal that his Gigi gave him would protect the apartment from the short fuse that the villagers seemed to carry. Ignoring that, Naruto made his way to the Inuzuka compound as Kiba had told him about how to find it and what it looked like. Inuzuka compound. Naruto managed to come up to the door with no attention being drawn to him as he looked around for any people who would be hostile towards him. Breathing a sigh of relief, Naruto knocked on the door. Naruto smiled as he waited at the door. He heard someone yell for a minute of time as they slowly appeared to the door. The person opened the door and looked down to see the blonde at the door. "Why, hello, Naruto," some said to him. Naruto smiled as he nodded. "Hello, Tsum-chan. Kiba said that I could come over for dinner. Is that okay?" Naruto asked her. Tsum smiled as she was happy that he wanted to confirm it with her before entering. "That is right, Naruto. Kiba told me, and you are more than welcome to come in for dinner. The food is already made. We weren't even waiting long for you. We only waited for about 4 minutes. Come on it," Tsum said to him. Naruto nodded with a smile as he entered the compound. Naruto took his shoes off as he walked on the wooden floor of the Inuzuka house. Naruto looked around as he saw pictures of Tsum, Kiba, and another girl. Naruto looked around the house until he heard running as the noise came down the stairs. Naruto looked to see a few dogs come at him. Naruto smirked as he scratched one on the ears as the dog seemed to enjoy itself. The dog had black hair that made it seem very wolf-like, though it was from the Inuzuka clan after all. Some nearly gasped at the action as the dog, whose ears Naruto was scratching, was one of the most stubborn females in the Inuzuka clan. She wouldn't let anyone near her for some reason, and yet here was Naruto, scratching her ears like it was just another day at the compound for him. Tsum soon smiled as Naruto leaned up. The female dog soon licked his face as he chuckled from the affection he received. "She's a good girl," Naruto said to Tsum. Tsum couldn't believe what she heard as she looked at Naruto. "Naruto, do you know what you just did?" Tsum asked him. Naruto shook his head in slight fear as he wondered if he did something wrong. "You just tamed one of our most stubborn female dogs. She hasn't let anyone touch her apart from me. You just scratched her ears, and now look at her," Tsum said as she pointed to her. Naruto looked down and smiled as he saw her lean her body on his right leg. Naruto smiled as he rubbed her back. "I see no problem with her, Tsum-chan. She is very cute," Naruto said to her. Tsum chuckled as the dog yipped like she was answering his compliment. "What is her name?" Naruto asked her. Tsum shrugged her shoulders. "We haven't named her. Every time someone tried, she only growled as a sign that she hated the name, so no one named her," Tsum said. Tsum then lit up with a smile as she looked at Naruto. "Why don't you try it?" she asked him. Naruto looked at her in shock. "Are you sure? I mean, am I allowed to?" Naruto asked her. Tsum nodded. "I don't see why not. You have obviously surpassed most of the clan, as she has taken a liking to you already," Tsum said with a smile. Naruto nodded as he looked down at her. He smiled as she seemed to be waiting for a name from the cute blonde in front of her. Naruto soon knelt down and rubbed her head. Naruto had gotten used to the training that KYUBI had put him through as he was finally showing the signs of his development. Naruto had learned how to harness his chakra as he mastered tree climbing along with water walking. Naruto perfected the Kage Bunshin technique as he was able to fully utilize its features. Naruto was a bit more muscular as he showed little signs of baby fat on his body. In addition to making his dojutsu, KYUBI taught Naruto all she knew about the elements of Katon, Raiden, and Futon. Naruto had become quite skilled at all three thanks to the Kage Bunshin jutsu. Naruto could now do element manipulation as he learned Genin to High Chunin level jutsus involving the three affinities. Naruto also managed to learn a bit from the Inuzuka clan as he trained with Kasumi. As it turned out, Kasumi was actually half-wolf and was the daughter of Kuramaru. Naruto always trained with Kasumi, as they had even gotten the basic stances of the Inuzuka clan down. Naruto and Kiba hung out like brothers, as they always seemed to have fun and train together. Hana took a liking to Naruto as he seemed to cause more family unions to happen. Sum, for her part, loved Naruto's company. He was always a fast learner, and he never complained about the training she gave him. Sum could only chuckle as Naruto had some special place in her heart, though Sum had a tough time admitting it to herself. Naruto had also gotten closer to KYUBI, as he gave her a quick kiss for her efforts in training him. KYUBI grew flattered at Naruto's company, as she found out she had come to love the blonde. Naruto's studies also grew as he was now second only to Sasuke, but that was because he wanted to be. He didn't feel like having Sasuke argue with him over the stupid things such as ranks. All in all, Naruto was becoming quite the academy student, though he still had people and their harsh treatment to deal with, but he seemed to handle it better. Naruto woke up to the sight of his room as he looked up at his chest and smiled as he saw Kasumi sleeping soundly on his stomach. Naruto chuckled as he closed his eyes. "KYUBI-chan, are you there?" Naruto asked her. KYUBI smiled as she got out of the house that Naruto made for her. Naruto had renovated his mindscape to fit KYUBI's needs as he made a small house for her along with a beautiful field of flowers. Naruto also gave her some company as multiple kids played with her. KYUBI was extremely grateful for the gift that Naruto had given her. Smiling, KYUBI made her presence known. "I am here, Naruto-kun, just enjoying the bed that you made me. These silk sheets are amazing," KYUBI told him. Naruto chuckled with a nod as he got up. Kasumi soon awoke also as she liked her blonde's face. Naruto chuckled at the affection, but soon got up as he let Kasumi get to the floor. Naruto soon knelt down as Kasumi climbed up to his head and curled into his hair. Naruto chuckled at the act and went to wash up. Naruto entered the bathroom as he took a quick shower and brushed his teeth as he soon exited the bathroom. "So how far are we into the training, KYUBI-chan?" Naruto asked her. KYUBI chuckled as she took a thinking pose as she rubbed a small fox's coat. "You have gone through the Jinin to Chunin training much faster than I thought. Your Kenjutsu skill are around the high Chunin level, and your chakra control is low Jonin now. Your Taijutsu is high Chunin. Genjutsu is still pretty low, but with me here you will be fine for now. As for your training with the Inuzuka clan, I would say that you are high Jinin low Chunin. You know the starters for their jutsus and stances for right now. All in all, you are the ideal academy student, Naruto-kun," KYUBI told him. Naruto smirked as he nodded. Naruto soon put on his black swirl shirt along with his black umbu pants. Naruto strapped his sword on his back. Naruto decided to take a few shuriken and kunai for practice as he and Kasumi exited the apartment. "So how is the dojutsu coming?" Naruto asked her. KYUBI chuckled at his question, but gave him her honest answer. "It's coming along quite well. I have half the process of it done. Trust me, try to make an eye that can copy anything it sees is frustrating, but it is a very fun challenge. The only thing that I can't change is how you receive it," KYUBI said to him. Naruto quirked up an eyebrow as he was too busy listening to KYUBI talk to notice the intense glares he got. "What do you mean, KYUBI-chan?" Naruto asked her. KYUBI sighed as she straightened herself on the bed. "All dojutsu are activated by either some form of stress or a life-death situation. So you will have to have a situation like that to unlock this eye. I can't find a way around that, sorry, Naruto-kun," KYUBI told him. Naruto merely shrugged as he ran towards the academy. "There is no way around it, KYUBI-chan. I don't mind. I have had life-death situations too many times already. What's one more?" Naruto said to her. KYUBI caught the joke, but didn't laugh as she cared too much about him to think about such a situation. Naruto noticed that she went quiet and panicked. "Ah, sorry, KYUBI-chan. I promise to be careful. I wouldn't do that to you," Naruto said with a quick apology. KYUBI smiled with a nod, though Naruto couldn't see it. "All right, Naruto-kun. I don't want to lose you, so do be careful," KYUBI told him. Naruto nodded as he arrived at the academy grounds. "And now is the time when I train my concentration to stay awake," Naruto said as he got a laugh from KYUBI. Naruto also chuckled as he entered the classroom. Naruto was instantly met with glares that ranged from jealousy to hate and strangely lust. Naruto sighed as he saw only one true smile out of the group of students as he looked at his closest friend. "Hey Kiba, how are you doing?" Naruto asked him. Kiba smirked as Akamaru and Kasumi barked their hellos. Naruto sat next to Kiba as he smiled. "Doing good here, Naruto. Are you still up for training in my house later?" Kiba asked him. Naruto nodded with a smile as Kasumi leapt to his lap and curled into a ball as she closed her eyes. "I still can't believe my eyes when I see that. You got the most stubborn female in the clan. That is still quite the feat, Naruto, but I am happy for you," Kiba said to him. Naruto chuckled sheepishly with a slight thank you. Soon the class settled down as Irika and Mizuki entered the room. Naruto didn't miss the glare he got from Mizuki as he sighed. This was going to be a long day. Council room. While Naruto and Kiba were in the academy, Sarutobi and some were attending a council meeting which both were sure about that it was about Naruto. Some had told Sarutobi about the dinner and conversation Naruto had with her family. Sarutobi was shocked that Naruto could talk to KYUBI, but was also shocked when he was told that the KYUBI attack wasn't intentional on her part. Sarutobi learned that she was manipulated by someone into attacking the village. Sarutobi got the confirmation from Naruto as they spoke at one point. Sarutobi was quite relieved at the news, but figured that he shouldn't tell the council about things. They obviously wouldn't buy it, and they would think that the demon took over Naruto. Some agreed with him to the secret as both entered the room. Some sat in her seat, as did Sarutobi. Soon all members of the council filed in. There was the civilian part and the shinobi part. Soon followed Sarutobi's old teammates Koharu and Hamura. Soon everyone sat down as Sarutobi decided to get the headache over with. All right, the council is now assembled. Now what are the concerns of everyone today? Sarutobi asked with a sigh as he and some knew what was coming. Soon a member of the civilian council stood up. "We are here to express our concerns over a certain boy in the village," some merchant said to him. Sarutobi sighed again as he turned to the civilian side of the council. He knew they were talking about Naruto, or else they would have said his name. "So what is the concern?" Hiruzen asked them. Someone smirked as they stood. "I want to know why we are keeping that thing in our village. He is obviously going to be the end of us if we don't do something," a pink monkey's mother said as she looked at him. Some muttered something about excessive screaming and bloodlines as she turned her head, clearly uninterested in the conversation. "That thing has a name, Sukuna, and I suggest that you say him name, or else I will assume that there is hostility in your speak," Sarutobi said to her with a glare that made her flinch. Sukuna sat down with a grumble, but someone else stood. "What Miss Haruno means is that we should take some precautions to make sure that Naruto Uzumaki doesn't use the demon's power to exact his revenge on us," another man said to him. Some slightly chuckled at his statement as she drew some people to her. Some whispered to herself, but didn't know everyone else was listening. Maybe if you didn't try to beat him within an inch of his life nearly every day, then you wouldn't have anything to fucking worry about, some said to herself, but everyone caught it. Some on the council smirked at her statement, but nodded. "Hey, that boy is at fault here. I don't know about you, but my family was killed because of that damn demon brat," the man said to her. Some growled as she unleashed some ki that made the man shiver. "Oh, Kimmy, shut up. If anyone is a demon here, it is you damn people along with a large majority of the village for beating on a little boy who did nothing to you at all," some yelled as her growling increased. Everyone gasped at her as some on the council seethed. "He is a demon. How do you know that you aren't being corrupted by its power right now?" Sukuna yelled. Some narrowed her eyes as she unconsciously became more feral. "I know because I have actually talked to him. I have spent time with him, and I have invited him to my house for dinner. He is the sweetest boy I know. The fact that he doesn't even hate you people shows how kind and forgiving he is. If he is a demon, then either demons are exaggerated by humans, or they're nice demons. Either way, I won't stand for you arrogant, selfish, disgusting assholes insulting Naruto-kun." Some yelled at them as her hands clawed at the table in front of her. Most people, even Sarutobi, gasped at her speech as everyone took in the last word of her mouth. Shikaku, Shibi, and Hayashi gasped at the word Naruto-kun that some said to everyone. Sarutobi smiled with a nod as he brought everyone's attention to him. What Sum says is quite true. You who don't know Naruto don't have the right to say what he is and what he isn't. So if that is it, then this meeting is dash. Wait a minute, Sukuna yelled. Sarutobi sighed as everyone turned to her. Sukuna turned at Sum and pointed her finger at her. It is more than obvious that he is playing you. No demon is kind and nice. You might be able to risk your kid's safety, but I am not. I say that we banish him, Sukuna uttered. Some of the civilian council smirked, but the shinobi side narrowed their eyes. Shikaku, Shibi, and Hayashi held no malice towards Naruto, as they were always neutral in their affairs. Chusa, Tsum, and Inoichi had more sympathy with Naruto than anyone else. They felt that his life was very unfair. Tsum soon stood up as she cracked her knuckles. Sarutobi, along with the shinobi part of the council, sweated, as everyone on the civilian side was oblivious to the insane amount of ki in the air. Tsum chuckled as she looked at Sukuna. I dare you to try it, and see what the hell I won't do to your ass, Haruno. You seem to be forgetting your place in this council. You have no real power here. All you do is advise the Hokage in his job. You don't make decisions, you don't change laws, and you sure as hell don't decide who stays in this village and who doesn't. So shut up, sit down, and for the sake of all our eardrums, shut up, Tsum said as she sat back down. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief as the problem didn't escalate any further. Sukuna reluctantly obeyed as she kept her trap shut. Sarutobi mentally smiled. He coughed, drawing all attention to him. Tsum is correct in all aspects. Now this meeting was clearly a waste of time. Now this meeting is adjourned, Sarutobi said in a tone that left no room for a debate. Everyone followed out before the clan heads. Soon the clan heads left also, as everyone walked up to Tsum. You were rather fierce in there, Inoichi said to her. Tsum huffed as she didn't feel like talking. Come on, Tsum. What is wrong with you? Hayashi asked her. Tsum stopped, as did everyone else. I just hate them for belittling him for something out of his control. It makes me wonder who the true demons are, Tsum said to them as she walked back to the compound for some much-needed rest. Everyone followed her lead as they went back to their respective compounds, so they could rest from the day they all had. With Naruto and Kiba, 5 hours later, school had ended as both boys left the academy grounds. Both looked to see Sasuke surrounded by countless girls, as they all had hearts in their eyes. I don't know what's worse, the girls or prick they worship, Kiba said to him. Naruto chuckled with a nod, as that was a rather perplexing decision to make for both of them. Both boys walked through the streets as they ignored the glares that seemed to be more intense than usual. Well, Naruto, let's hurry up and get to my house so we can train, Kiba said to him. Naruto nodded as both ran off as they soon made it to the compound. In Izuka compound, Tsum slept on the couch as she rested her nerves from dealing with the annoying council members. Tsum didn't really let it bother her, but what Inoichi said to her did. Despite what people thought, Tsum was quite level-headed and rational. Seeing her yell was quite a shock. Tsum blushed as she had never really yelled at anyone. Yet the thought of people insulting Naruto took her over the edge, as she wasn't going to allow that to happen. Tsum didn't know why she protected Naruto the way she did. Maybe it was interest, or maybe it was the way he smiled at her. She wasn't sure of either option. She just knew that she really cared for Naruto. I wonder why I yelled like that. I never really did, but I hate the way they treat him, Tsum said as she positioned herself for a more comfortable position on the couch. Tsum soon fell asleep as the door opened. Naruto and Kiba walked through the door, with Akamaru and Kasumi right behind them. Naruto looked to see Tsum laying in the couch fast asleep. Naruto chuckled, but soon stopped as he noticed the frown on her sleeping face. That looked unnerved Naruto slightly as he narrowed his eyes. He was going to find out what happened to her today after his training. Naruto pushed the thought aside as he saw Hana in the kitchen reading. Hello, Hana-chan. What are you reading? Naruto asked her. Hana looked up to see the blonde boy behind her as she smiled. Just reading some literature, Naruto-kun, Hana said with a smile. Naruto nodded with a smile as he and Kiba took a training ground and practiced the training they had with Tsum. Hana smiled at their interaction as she decided to watch the two and read at the same time. Hana saw her mother sleeping and soon smirked as she got up. Hana walked over to her mother and saw the frown on her face. Hana smiled as she wanted to test this theory of hers out. Hana knelt down on her knees and whispered in her mother's ear. "Naruto-kun," Hana said to her. Instantly, the frown on Tsum's face disappeared with a smile as she went through her dream. Hana gasped at the action, but soon smiled. Note to self. Kasan might have a thing for Naruto, Hana said as she put that mental note away for later. Hana sat on the floor as she saw Naruto and Kiba spar along with Akamaru and Kasumi. Naruto seemed to fit right in with the Inuzukas as no one had any problems with him. He was in fact a better Inuzuka than most of the other members. Hana smiled as she wished Naruto could really be a part of her family. "Naruto-kun, if you could move Kasan this way, then I wonder what would happen if dash," Hana thought as the idea went through her head. Hana smiled as she wondered if she should even go along with the plan that she put together. Later that day, Naruto and Kiba smirked as they had finished training and were now eating quietly at the table. Tsum soon woke up as she looked at Hana reading her book. "Hana, did anything happen while I was asleep?" Tsum asked her. Hana shook her head with a smile that didn't go unnoticed by Tsum. Tsum decided to let it go and got up to take a bath. "Though Naruto-kun is here," Hana told her. Tsum stopped for a split second, then she continued to walk with a slight smile across her face. Tsum saw Naruto and Kiba eating as she took in his new features. She had seen Naruto nearly every day that she never really saw the changes in his body. She could see he was a bit more ripped in his appearance, and his hair grew more spiky, but not as spiky as hers. He exuded strength, power, and overall confidence. Tsum blushed as she decided to go take her bath. Tsum soon went upstairs as Naruto and Kiba finished their food. "Kiba, do you mind if I use your shower?" Naruto asked him. Kiba nodded as Naruto soon went upstairs. Naruto soon came up to the bathroom as he slid open the door. As Naruto walked in, time slowed down as Naruto took in the form of a naked Tsum. Naruto blushed as his eyes roamed her entire body. Tsum was a completely hot woman as far as Naruto could tell. Naruto heard KYUBI roll around in her bed as she saw the sight also. Unknown to Naruto, his body was showing strong signs of affection towards the woman as Tsum looked down to see his member reacting to her. Tsum quirked up an eyebrow as she stared at his package. Tsum only had one word as it come to mind. Huge, Tsum thought as Naruto's mind overloaded. Naruto soon collapsed as Tsum smiled. Tsum soon grabbed a towel as she quickly wrapped up her body. Tsum looked to see the small trickle of blood that came from Naruto's nose. Tsum smiled as she picked up Naruto and carried him to her room. Tsum laid him on the bed as she left. Tsum soon returned to the bathroom as she washed her body. Tsum could only smile as she found Naruto's reaction to her flattering. With Naruto, 25 minutes later, Naruto soon groaned as he woke up to the sight of a room he had never been in. Naruto scanned the room as he looked to see the door. Naruto got up as he recalled the event that came to his mind. Naruto blushed as he had seen what very few men ever get to see. "I hope she doesn't kill me," Naruto said to himself. Soon a visitor came as it made its presence known. "On Naruto-kun, if you want to see a woman naked, you just had to ask me," KYUBI said to him. Naruto blushed as he was assaulted with visions of a naked and playful KYUBI. "KYUBI-chan, I am not like that. I mean, I do like you. But I..." Naruto kept stuttering, which only served to add to KYUBI's entertainment. "Well, I know what to look forward to when you get to an appropriate age," KYUBI told him. Naruto forced the image of what she was talking about down until it was completely. "Arrow KYUBI," Naruto said, to which KYUBI laughed. "Oh, you don't like my teasing, Naruto-kun? That is a shame," KYUBI said as she cut the mental connection with a smile on her face. Naruto was left to his thoughts. Naruto soon got up as the door to the room opened. Naruto turned to see Tsum standing there in her regular clothes with a smile on her face. "Did you enjoy the view?" she asked him. Naruto blushed, but looked at the floor. Tsum chuckled as she walked up to him. "Don't worry about it so much, Naruto-kun. I can tell it was an accident. You wouldn't purposely peep, would you?" she asked him. Naruto shook his head, which really caused Tsum's opinion of him to increase, although it was high enough already. Naruto soon came back to what he wanted to talk to her about. "Tsum-chan, will you talk with me?" Naruto asked her. Some raised her eyebrow in confusion, but nodded as both made their way to the bed. Both sat down as Naruto went over his words. "Why were you sad?" Naruto asked her. Some looked at him in slight shock as she wondered if he read her mind. "Why would I be sad?" she asked him. Naruto sighed as he looked at the ground. "I watched you sleep for a while, and you had a frown on your face as you slept. I wanted to know what was wrong," Naruto said to her. Some looked at him in a new light as she discovered that he was able to read emotions, even hidden ones. Some sighed as she put her hands on her lap. "We had a council meeting about you today. People said stupid things about you, and it pissed me off. I defended you as best I could, and the whole meeting was just a plain headache," Some said to him. Naruto nodded as Some told him about the entire meeting. Naruto narrowed his eyes as he knew that the civilian council didn't like him. Rather hated was a better word for it. Naruto listened calmly and even smiled when he heard that Some defended him against the pink monkey's mother. Some ended her story and tried to gauge Naruto's reaction, but couldn't. After a minute, Naruto surprised Some by crashing into her body with a hug. Some smiled as she rubbed Naruto's hair. "Thank you, Some-chan. I am very grateful to you for that," Naruto said to her. Some nodded with a smile on her face as she looked at Naruto, who was busy thinking about something. "Some-chan," Naruto said to her. Some looked at him as she replied. "Yes, Naruto-kun?" Some asked him. Naruto blushed, but steeled his resolve as he looked at her. "Some-chan, I believe that I like you a lot. I might in fact love you," Naruto said as he gave her his confession. Some's eyes widened, but soon settled as she looked at Naruto. "I know I might be too young for you, but I promise that when I make Chunin I will confess again, and then I would like you to go out with me," Naruto said to her. Some mulled over his confession as it did indeed touch her heart. Some smiled as she went over Naruto's qualities over the years they meet. He had way more good qualities than bad, and to her he was very cute. Some chuckled as she turned to Naruto. Some smiled as she slammed her lips into Naruto's as she gave him a deep kiss. Naruto was taken aback by the action, but soon recovered as he kissed her back. After the kiss, both leaned back as Some smiled. "That kiss is our promise, Naruto-kun. Become a Chunin, and I am all yours. Of course, if we date, you will need to be up on a few things, but get to Chunin. I will be waiting," Some said as she got up to leave. Some put a little sway into her hips as she closed the door. Naruto went over the kiss as he seemed immensely happy over the promise they made. Naruto steeled his resolve as he left the room. Naruto soon came downstairs as he grabbed his stuff. Kiba took notice and waved Naruto goodbye. "See you later, Naruto," Kiba said to him. Naruto waved goodbye to Kiba and Hana as Kasumi came up and perched on his head. Naruto soon ran off as both wondered what his good mood was all about. Hana turned to Some, who was still smiling. "Did something good happen, Ka-san?" Hana asked her. Some laughed as she shrugged her shoulders. "Maybe. I'm not sure just yet," Some said to her. Hana raised an eyebrow as she wanted to know what happened with Naruto. Hana decided to ignore it as herself. Some and Kiba went upstairs to go to sleep. This was a good day after all, Some thought as she went upstairs to go to bed with a happy thought. Naruto smirked as he got up from his bed. He took in the rays of sunshine as he steadily rose to his feet. He soon groaned as he adjusted his eyes to the sleeping form of Kasumi next to him by the bed. "All right, today is the day," Naruto said with a smile as he headed to the bathroom. Right behind him was his favorite companion, Kasumi. Kasumi had gotten slightly bigger as she was just below Naruto's kneecaps. Her fur was slightly thicker and more wolf-looking. Her teeth were a lot sharper and her claws were more refined. Kasumi followed Naruto into the shower as Naruto scrubbed his partner down and washed her clean. Naruto smiled as Kasumi enjoyed just being near her blonde. Naruto soon washed himself in turn as he poured the hot water over his body. Naruto was even more muscular now than the last 3 years as nearly all traces of baby fat were gone. After washing up, Naruto soon stepped out of the bath along with a dry Kasumi as he opened his closet. Naruto pulled out his sword along with a dark shirt with red stripes on the shoulders. Naruto put on his black pants as he strapped his sword around his back and put on his new black shinobi shoes to complete the attire. Combined with Kasumi's black fur, the duo looked quite professional. Now time to become a genin, Naruto said as he and Kasumi left. Naruto roamed the streets as he took in the sight of the stores opening and people coming into the streets. Naruto sighed as he soon heard the murmurs of the populace. Naruto shook his head as someone soon approached him. "And where are you going, demon brat?" the man asked him. Kasumi growled lowly at the man until Naruto sighed. "Where I go is none of your damn business. Now if that is all, I am leaving," Naruto said as he sidestepped the man. The man seethed at the demon brat having the gall to talk back to him. The man soon reached out and grabbed Naruto's shoulder. "Don't walk away from me when I am talking to you," he yelled. Kasumi jumped as she bit the man's arm as he screamed in pain. Naruto chuckled as Kasumi let go and fell to the ground on her paws. The man gripped his arm as he stared ice daggers at Naruto, who was softly petting Kasumi on her head. "Good girl, Kasumi, but I told you not to bite into the trash. It isn't good for your health," Naruto told her. Kasumi yipped as she licked his face. Naruto chuckled as he ignored the man and continued walking. Naruto had been in similar incidents like that one, but chose to ignore them or have Kasumi defend him. He always loved it when she did. Naruto was soon brought out of his thoughts as someone decided to strike a conversation. "So today is the day for you, huh, Naruto-kun?" KYUBI told him as she laid in her bed. Naruto chuckled with a nod as the academy soon came into view. "I can't wait to get this exam over with. I have you to thank for all the help, KYUBI-chan," Naruto said to her in his thoughts. KYUBI blushed at his kind words as she licked her lips. "Do I get a thank you?" she asked him. Naruto blushed slightly, but put a finger to his chin as he thought over her question. "And what kind of thank you would you like?" Naruto asked her. KYUBI smiled as she thought it over. "Maybe one involving you kissing me with those sweet lips of yours," KYUBI told him. Naruto chuckled slightly with a nod. "All right, KYUBI-chan, I will do that for you. It is my way of saying thank you after all," Naruto told her. KYUBI nodded as she soon cut the connection as Naruto entered the building. Naruto and Kasumi roamed the halls for a while until they came to their room. Naruto opened the door as he saw all the students' gazes turn on him. Naruto closed the door as he silently made his way to his seat. Naruto could hear some of the sneers the kids made about him. He also heard some girls say how cool and hot he looked in his clothes. Naruto sighed as he soon looked up and smiled to see his longtime friend. "Hey, Kiba, how you doing?" Naruto asked him. Kiba smiled as Naruto sat next to him. "Hey, Naruto. I'm doing good. Well, it's finally the time, isn't it?" Kiba asked him. Naruto nodded with a smile as both boys looked to see Akamaru and Kasumi sit on their laps. Kasumi soon went to sleep as she snuggled against Naruto's warm body. Naruto allowed Kasumi to sleep as he looked around the room. Most of the boys were talking to their friends while the girls fawned over the still brooding Uchiha. "That's right, Kiba. Today is the day we become genin," Naruto told him. Kiba nodded as both eagerly awaited the coming instructors. 30 minutes later. Soon the class was seated as Irika and Mizuki came into the room. Naruto met a cold stare from Mizuki as he sighed. "Great, just what I need right now," Naruto said to himself. Irika soon looked at the entire class as he gave Naruto a knowing smile. "All right, everyone. The academy days are over, and you will now be tested over your abilities through the years here. We will be judging you on 3 things. The hinge, the kawarimi jutsu, and the bunshin jutsu," Irika said to them. All the students' eyes beamed with excitement as they proclaimed that they would be the greatest shinobi in the lands. Naruto sighed, but mentally yelled that he would be the Hokage, much to KYUBI's delight and entertainment. Irika went through the list of students as he called out the students one by one. Naruto and Kiba sat quietly until their names were called. Irika went down the list until he came up to the last name after Uchiha. Irika smirked as he read the name. "Uzumaki Naruto," Irika called. Naruto perked up as he left his seat to see a thumbs up from Kiba. Naruto walked down the stairs as he felt the intense glares of people on him. But it didn't matter as he heard the shouts of encouragement from KYUBI boasting his confidence. Naruto soon appeared in front of Irika as he nodded. "Hinge Naruto," Irika told him. Naruto nodded as he pumped chakra into his form. Smoke soon covered his body and shocked everyone in class as he hinged into a perfect Minato Namikaze. In Naruto, how did you dash? It's quite easy when you have seen what the person looks like, Naruto said as he unhinged back into his regular self. All right, you go, Naruto, KYUBI yelled. Naruto chuckled with a nod as he turned back to Iruka. So do I pass? Naruto asked him. Iruka nodded absently as he went down the list. In next is the Kourmi Naruto, Iruka told him. Naruto nodded with a smirk as he disappeared. In his place was Sarutobi with an orange book in his hands. He appeared to be giggling. Okay-san? Iruka said in confusion. Sarutobi continued to giggle as he read the book. Narumi, you naughty, naughty girl. I can't believe you dash. Hokage-sama, Iruka yelled. Sarutobi looked up to see that he wasn't at his desk, and the faces of the children along with the instructors who were looking at him. Sarutobi gasped as he quickly hid his book. He soon disappeared as Naruto reappeared in his place. Learn anything today, Iruka-sensei? Naruto asked him. Iruka and Mizuki sighed as they looked at the blonde in the spot where the Hokage was. I learned that my Hokage is a pervert. You passed that, Naruto. Now Bunshin, Iruka told him with a slight headache. Naruto nodded as KYUBI drained his chakra down to the bare minimum he needed. Bunshin no jutsu, Naruto yelled as 10 clones came into existence. Iruka nodded though Naruto saw a look of surprise on Mizuki's face. You passed, Naruto. Here is your headband. Congratulations, Naruto Uzumaki, Iruka said to him. Naruto nodded as he gratefully took the headband from his sensei. Naruto smiled as he returned to his seat. Kiba congratulated Naruto along with Shikamaru and Choji. Hinata slightly blushed, but was happy for his achievement. Naruto smiled with a nod as everyone was soon done with the exams. All right, go outside to see your scores and see who is the rookie of the year, Mizuki said to them. Everyone nodded as they filed out of the classroom. Iruka sighed as he looked over the papers. I guess I will have to speak to my Hokage about today, Iruka told him. Mizuki gave a fake smile along with a nod. Well, Iruka, I have business to do. I will see you later, Mizuki told him. Iruka nodded as he waved his friend goodbye. Damn it, he graduated. Looks like I will have to handle this myself, Mizuki thought as he exited the classroom. With the Naruto and Kiba, both boys along with their dogs walked through the crowd as they looked at their scores. Everyone seemed happy with their overall performance, but everyone looked to see who the rookie of the year was. Everyone gasped as the girls turned to Sasuke, who was seething. Naruto looked at his name and smiled along with Kiba. Naruto, I got a 76. What did you get? Kiba asked him. Naruto smirked as he looked at the board. I am number 1, Kiba, with a solid score of 100, Naruto told him. Kiba looked at the name and smiled. Looks like you were the rookie of the year, Kiba told him. Naruto chuckled, but didn't let it go to his head. He knew that some people weren't going to be happy with this. Please, I bet the dog cheated. He couldn't beat me fairly, so it's only logical that he would cheat, Sasuke said, bringing everyone's attention to him. Naruto sighed as he managed to slip away along with Kasumi. Please, Sasuke, Naruto is the honest and fair kid I know. How do we know you didn't cheat? Kiba asked him. Sasuke cursed as he looked at the next Inuzuka head. Shut your mouth, Kibabaka. Sasuke-kun would never cheat on this test. He is more powerful than either you or Naruto Baka. It's obvious that the instructors graded the results wrong. Naruto Baka isn't stronger than Sasuke-kun, Sakura said to him. Kiba seethed, but soon stopped as he felt a hand on his shoulder. Thank you for sticking up for me, Kiba, but it isn't necessary. Come on, we have to celebrate today about us graduating and me becoming the rookie of the year, Naruto said to him. Kiba smiled with a nod as both soon left the academy with many angry faces at them both. Hokage Mansion. Sarutobi sighed as he went through his paperwork after the day he had. Soon Iruka came through the door with a smile on his face. You learn something new every day, don't you, Hokage-sama? Iruka asked him. Sarutobi sighed as he shifted in his seat. So what happened? Sarutobi asked him. Iruka chuckled at his Hokage's seriousness as he read the report. Everyone has graduated, Hokage-sama. Naruto even graduated at the top of his class, Iruka told him. Sarutobi breathed easily as a smile soon came across his face. That's good. He's going to go far. I just know it, Sarutobi said to him. Irika nodded with a smile as he soon left. Sarutobi stared out of the window as he looked at the yandame's head. Your son is a natural. You would be proud, Minato, Sarutobi thought as he continued his work. With Naruto and Kiba, both boys walked through Konoha as they proudly showed their headbands, though they didn't have to wear them until tomorrow. Naruto and Kiba ignored the hateful glares from people who were now worried about the demon and his follower getting stronger, but now saw that they couldn't do anything to them as they were now shinobi and technically adults. /N. I'm going with the old enough to drink and everything, but no sex or that stuff until Chunin and stuff like that, as they walked back to Kiba's house. Both wouldn't let the villagers ruin their day. In Izuka compound, Sum and Hana were home as they relaxed after a mission together. Both were tired as they laid on the floor. Finally, it's over. That mission was quite brutal, Hana said, which only caused Sum to laugh as she enjoyed the comfort of the soft floor. Sum and Hana soon smirked as they remembered what today was. You think they graduated? Hana asked her mother. Sum smirked as she recalled her little promise to Naruto. Sum soon blushed at the thought of him, showing her his Chunin vest. But that was quite a while off for both of them. Sum soon sat up as she looked at her daughter. I think they will do just fine, Sum said to her. Hana laughed with a nod as both heard the door open. Sum and Hana got up as they looked to see who it was. Sum and Hana smiled as they saw Naruto and Kiba sporting their leaf headbands. Hello, Ka-san. We graduated and Naruto is the Rookie of the Year, Kiba said to her. Sum smirked along with Hana as they congratulated Naruto and Kiba. You should have seen how Mr. Stuck-Up reacted. It was totally hilarious, Kiba said to her. Sum nodded as Hana and Kiba went to the kitchen to celebrate. Sum began to walk until Naruto stood beside her. Naruto chuckled as he brought Sum down to his shoulder. Naruto soon whispered in her ear with a smile. One more rank to go, Naruto told her as he walked past her with a slight blush. Sum desperately tried to hide the blush that came across her face as a smile soon appeared from her lips. He's gotten good at his use of words, Sum said as she walked into the kitchen to see Naruto and her children celebrating. Everyone decided to go all out and have fun just for today. Later that night, everyone was still having fun as they celebrate the rising of two of Konoha's new shinobi. Everyone partied until Naruto heard a knock at the door. Naruto sighed as he ran to the door, with Kasumi soon following him. Naruto opened the door to see Mizuki at the door. Great, the team is here, Naruto thought as he managed to stir KYUBI. KYUBI narrowed her eyes as she knew something wasn't right. Naruto, be careful. I think this guy is going to try to trick you into something, KYUBI told him. Naruto nodded in agreement as he looked at Mizuki. What can I help you with, Mizuki-sensei? Naruto asked him. Mizuki smirked as it turned into a friendly smile. I wanted to tell you about the reward you get as the Rookie of the Year. It is a test. If you can get the Forbidden Scroll and learn a technique, then you are able to get a personal tutor, Mizuki told him. Naruto narrowed his eyes at Mizuki. He knew he was lying and that this was a problem. Naruto decided to have some fun and go along with this idea. Really, Mizuki-sensei? What are we waiting for? Naruto said to him. Mizuki nodded as he soon ran off, telling Naruto to follow. Naruto nodded, but turned his head as he closed the door. Naruto suddenly winked at the person who was listening to the conversation as a smile graced the person's face. Sum chuckled as this was getting interesting. Sum, along with Hana and Kiba, followed behind Naruto and Mizuki as they wondered where Mizuki was taking Naruto. Sum, Hana, and Kiba hid as they watched Naruto get through all the security in the Hokage mansion, and he came out with the scroll. Naruto soon ran to the designated point as he hid in the forest. Naruto didn't open the scroll as he already had a personal trainer and a great woman who could teach him the things in the scroll already. Naruto just waited as he smirked, knowing that Sum, Hana, and Kiba were watching him. Irika soon came into the clearing as he narrowed his eyes at Naruto. Naruto, why did you steal the Forbidden Scroll? Irika yelled to him. Naruto decided to try his hand at acting as he looked at Irika with a grin. Irika-sensei, when do I get my personal trainer? Naruto asked him. Irika quirked up an eyebrow. What do you mean? He asked. Mizuki-sensei said that if I got this scroll and learn a technique from it, I would get a personal sensei on my missions as the Rookie of the Year, Naruto told him. Hana, and Kiba stifled a laugh as they heard his acting. Everyone knew the seriousness of the situation, but couldn't help laughing. Iruka narrowed his eyes as he pushed Naruto out of the way. Soon a windmill shuriken passed both, as everyone saw Mizuki in the tree. "Mizuki, why did you tell Naruto such a thing?" Iruka yelled. Mizuki laughed as Hana, and Kiba got ready to move in. "Iruka, he's a demon child. It's only natural that he take the fall for this. People will hate him, and I will be one of Orochimaru's henchmen. Naruto, do you know why the village hates you?" Mizuki asked him, hoping to tell him the bad news. However, his hopes were dashed as he saw Naruto smile. "Of course I know, Mizuki team. I am the Rookie of the Year. I know about the KYUBI and what it did to Konoha. I also know that it wasn't her fault, and if you and the other half-brained dead people in Konoha stopped to think, then maybe you would see it also," Naruto told him. Mizuki seethed at his words while Iruka, Hana, and Kiba couldn't help but be impressed by him. "Then Nine-Tailed Fox, I will do this village a favor and end you," Mizuki said as he threw the windmill shuriken at him. Naruto sighed as he smirked. Naruto soon ducked under the shuriken as he grabbed the blade, causing everyone who watched him to gasp. "You know, Mizuki team, you should check your surroundings better. You never know who is watching," Naruto said with a smile. On cue, Hana, and Kiba came down from hiding and stood beside Naruto and Iruka. Smiled as she became more feral. "You know, Mizuki, I can tolerate a lot, but one of the things that I will never tolerate is you deceiving my future mate," said to him. Hana, Kiba, and Iruka were shocked over her proclamation, but Naruto smiled at her words. Shot forward as she tried to slash Mizuki. Mizuki managed to dodge the claws as he cursed. He didn't plan on this much. "So the bitch loves the demon. How original," Mizuki said to her. Narrowed her eyes at him and was about to charge, but stopped when she saw Naruto in front of her. "It's fine if it's me, Mizuki team, but you insult Chan and I will get angry," Naruto told him. Mizuki laughed as Naruto kept up a smirk. "I'm a Chunin, what can you do?" he asked Naruto. Naruto showed his hand sign as he smirked. "You are about to find out," Naruto told him. "Kage Bunshin no Jutsu," Naruto yelled as over 500 clones appeared in the fields. Mizuki gasped at the sheer number of Narutos along with everyone else. "Get ready, Mizuki team," Naruto said as they all charged at him. Mizuki didn't have the chance to fight back as he was soon overwhelmed by Naruto. Everyone smirked at the beating until Naruto dispersed the clones. Iruka tied up Mizuki and smiled. "Nice work, Naruto, but how did you learn the Kage Bunshin Jutsu?" "It's a forbidden technique," Iruka asked him. Naruto thought it over as he smiled. "I guess I took a peek at the scroll," Naruto told him sheepishly. Iruka seemed to accept the answer and decided not to tell the Hokage about it till later. Iruka left the Inuzukas and Naruto in the field as everyone decided to go home. "Naruto, we watched you the whole time, and you didn't look at the scroll. It was KYUBI, wasn't it?" Hana asked him. Naruto nodded as Hana soon turned to her mother. "Well, it seems that mother does have a thing for Naruto-kun," Hana said to her. Blushed, then coughed in her hand, which earned a laugh from Kiba, Hana, and Naruto. Naruto soon looked at Kiba in confusion. "Aren't you mad that I like your mother, Kiba?" Naruto asked him. And Hana turned to him, wondering the same thing. Kiba sighed as he looked at them. "Normally I would be if you were anyone else, but I guess I can trust you. You make a better mate for her than Tusan did, but if you hurt her, I'm going to maul you, Naruto," Kiba said with a smirk. Naruto nodded as everyone went home after enjoying the night together. Naruto soon went to his thoughts as he came into the mindscape. Naruto's mindscape. Naruto soon came to the field he made as he looked at the house in the clearing. Naruto walked inside and was pounced on by KYUBI, who was smiling. "Hello, KYUBI-chan," Naruto said to her. KYUBI smiled as she hugged Naruto. "Hello, Naruto-kun. I heard your words, and you made me so happy," KYUBI told him. Naruto nodded as she let him up. Naruto soon grabbed her head as he slammed his lips into hers. It took KYUBI a moment to register the kiss, but she soon brought her hands around him as they deepened the connection between them. Naruto even managed to invade KYUBI's mouth with his tongue as his hands roamed her body. KYUBI shivered under his strong arms as they broke the connection. Was that my thank you? She asked him. Naruto nodded with a smile as he gave her another quick kiss on the lips. That's right, KYUBI-chan. I love you, and I thank you for helping me, Naruto told her. KYUBI blushed at his confession, but nodded. I love you also, Naruto-kun, KYUBI told him. Naruto nodded as he gave her a hug. KYUBI hugged back as they stayed in the grip for a while. Both soon broke the connection as Naruto left, leaving KYUBI mull over the deep kiss they shared. Outside his mind, Naruto and everyone appeared in front of the house as Tsum, Kiba, and Hana went inside. Naruto and Kasumi stayed outside as everyone turned to him. Well, I'm going home. I will see you tomorrow, Kiba, for team placement, Naruto told him. Kiba nodded as they soon closed the door. Naruto knelt down as Kasumi jumped up his arm and settled into his strong hands. Naruto chuckled as he leapt to the rooftops and dashed home. This was a good day, Naruto thought as he headed home thinking about tomorrow.